Hello, how is everyone doing today? Ooh, I am doing pretty alright myself. I just got back from a little bit of a Digimon tournament. And while that's a small thing, yeah, not many people showed up, but it was still fun. And while I was there, I decided to buy me, a box. Why not? So I thought we'd go ahead I thought I'd go ahead and stream that, see what we got today. But first, let me see if I can get some background music going. Da 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 da. Hey, Ocean. Thanks for dropping by. How are you doing today? Oh yeah, sexy gotchas. Hopefully the gotchas on my side. I got some good stuff. You just see if I can get something decent going on in the background for a bit. Yeah, let's get a little bit of sound going in the background. Hey, something interesting. Oh, post-work nap. Those are the best kinds of nap. Yeah, I tend to take a mid. I tend to have a mid work nap. Don't worry, it's in the middle of my lunch break. It's during my lunch break, so no one gets upset. So, before we get to the main thing, I thought I showed some other things. So, thanks. Yeah, like I said, it was a small tournament. Hell, technically not even enough people actually showed up for the bare minimum. Like, one of the cashier guys actually had to jump in order to make the minimum. But it was still fun nonetheless. So, wanted to show you something. So I got one of these for winning first place. They call it a Tamer pack. The back here lists what kind of which cards you can get. And for I got me a Pseudomon. Not bad. It has a neat little effect when you digivolve into it. It just trashes Digivolution cards from the bottom of your opponent's stack. Pretty nice for a blue card. And let's see, my winnings for today: 4 free booster packs, or I could have gotten a $10 store credit, but that's not as fun as opening cards. If you get a full 16-man tournament like last time, if you get first or second, you get like 8 packs. So I thought we just go ahead and start with these ones first, right? Oh no. The special promo packs are basically grayscaled and they're silver. Cause unlike regular booster packs, they only carry one random card, and you can only get these cards from these sort of packs. Some of them are ridiculously good, and they are expensive. Like, I think there's a deal Garumon you can only get from them, and they're like $60 at the moment, but they're going down in price, so that's always good. Let's see if we get anything good from these 4 packs. Hold on. How do I always set this up? Okay. Yep. Ooh. Got the Dramon there. He's all right. You can maybe use him in one of the purple decks, which is all about just sending stuff to your graveyard. But at the moment, nothing too fancy. Let's see. Got this going on here. Can it be seen all right? Don't worry, guys. I went ahead and ordered a Logitech webcam. Hopefully, that one will work out better because I'm using my phone right now as a IP webcam. Yeah, so far nothing too special coming out of these. Got a little good rock boy there. Oh, look at that. We got a Lotusmon. Got little baby ones here. I gotta say, I've been going to the tournaments for the first time. I usually been stuck in the Orochimon and Cerberusmon, Werewolfmon. Nice. I usually like to collect card games the most. Rarely do I start getting super competitive, but yes. Sorry about that. If you don't know much, I'll go ahead and explain. Basically, there are 5, technically 6 colors. They each have their own purpose. To let you know what they do. Oh wait, I want to put you there. You guys are rares. You don't mingle with the common crowd. Black decks. They tend to specialize in blocking and de-digivolving your opponent's cards. Purples specialize in drawing and throwing things into the graveyard to kick off their effects. Reds are the most aggro one. They like to basically make one really big powerful Digimon and start attacking you and your life points. Oh yeah, that's understandable. Right now, the game's in a bit of a weird spot right now because we are behind on the new set release. We're actually a new set came out in I want to say Europe, Latin America, and Japan, but due to production issues, the Americas haven't gotten the new set yet. So we've fallen behind by a month. Let's see. Blue cards tend to specialize in removing Digivolution cards from stacks. Because when you play the game, you can throw a card on. You can Digivolve like so, and you make a little stack, and you can add extra effects depending on the card. Blue tends to specialize in like removing those, so you can actually make cards weaker by removing their stacks, and then having effects by your opponent only having like non-Digivolve cards out on the field. Yellow specializes in security. Security is like when you play the game, you set 5 cards to the side, and in order to do damage to your opponent, you have to attack those cards first. Some cards, when they get revealed from that stack, that's when you attack them, they get bonuses that activate. Yellow specializes in a lot of cards that get good bonuses for activating from that stack. And then green specializes in digivolving really fast and suspending your opponent's Digimon cards, like turning them sideways, like that. And piercing. Piercing means usually when you attack, you can only attack your opponent or you can attack a Digimon. With piercing, if you attack a Digimon, you can go ahead and attack the you can so long. If you have piercing and attack a Digimon and destroy it, you can also take out 1 security card. So black is stun, purple is dark world, red is beatdown, blue is hand looping, yellow is reactive hand traps, and green is combo. Kind of. Purple is the hand looping. There is a Lilithmon combo that if it kicks off, you can just basically keep building bigger and bigger until you decide to stop, basically. And then just swing on your opponent because they have no way to stop it. Like this one's this is one of the cards. You play this card for 3, it just says its ability to just draw 1 card. It's always nice. Yeah, like I once fought a Lilithmon deck. He got his combo out, and my god, he had a huge board with like. So if you were looking at the levels here, let me put on this one, the 3. That's a champion. They had Omnimon level cards out, which are level 7s, like out the ass, and it was like, oh okay, I guess I'm just done because there's nothing I can do to stop this from happening. Ooh, option card, huh? Little Gurumon. It also plays part of this card, which is a Anubismon. Because the words, man, yeah, basically there was like nothing I can really do to stop it. Like I don't have enough cards to like do anything. You literally have all your strongest out at once, which shouldn't be possible in 1 turn. So like this is part of the card. It's Anubismon, and its effect is if you Digivolve into it, you can go into your trash, get a level 3 or lower card, and play it. So they would play this thing, play it, and then they just get to draw another card. Also, it gives them rush, so they could attack on that turn if they wanted to. Ooh, look at that. The Dark Dramon. I run this in my deck. Actually, if you guys are interested, I'll at the end of all this. Yes, it's actually the same. Like when you play a Digimon for the first turn, it can't attack. If it has rush, it's like, oh, even if you play this on your first turn, it can go ahead and swing. This is Dark Dramon. I run this in my deck. I will actually, if you're interested, I can have a okay, you know what? After this, I will. If you want, I'll go out over my deck once I'm done opening all these cards. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, it's a Magna Gagomon. Oh, it's a super rare card. It's all nice and shiny. Yeah. What did this thing do? When Digivolving, gain 1 memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand. And your turn, this Digimon is unblockable. Nice. By the way, because of the way this game plays, there is no hand limit. Basically the rules are like whenever you de-digivolve a card, you get to draw a card. So that's part of the way that keeps the game flowing. So there's also a lot of cycling cards. Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent one. I think you would have it as one of the ones to help you reach like the next higher level, but it has pretty decent stats. Ah, trash go over there. Go, Scorpionmon. Da, 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 da. I actually like the design of this one. This is Phantommon. I thought he was always like a weak little character, or looked like it, but no, he's an ultimate level Digimon. Final Subagon Punch. Like, this is an example of one of the black specializes in. It's just like, this card's kind of insane. You just play this for 2. One of your Digimon gets 3000 DP or Digipower. It's basically their attack stat. And if it meets the threshold of having 1600 or more, which is ridiculously high, you have to like basically play this on a super high level Digimon card. It gains blocker, it gains reboot, and it gains security attack +1. I'm gonna go through this. Blocker is blocker. That means on your opponent's turn, they can block if they decide to attack. Reboot, it's an interesting one. So, whenever you're playing the game, your Digimon attacks, you have to like tap it, let them know, okay, it attacked, it's open for attack itself, and it can't attack anymore. What Reboot says, on your opponent's turn, when they untap all their cards, you get to untap yours as well. And since he's now a blocker, that means he can block on your opponent's turn. And security attack +1 means if you attack their security wall, rather than just doing one, you get to do 2 attacks on it in 1 attack. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff Black likes to do. Put you over here. I like going to the tournaments, like, cause the first tournament I went to, I severely got my ass handed to me. Ended up in 4th place. It was just amazing. Well, not even 4th, no, just dead last. But with some where did this go? But at least it let me see exactly what was wrong with the deck. Because after I made some changes, I actually ended up ending in 2nd place out of like all these people that showed up because it was a bigger tournament. Because I think it was the winner got an invitation. Oh yeah, and these are the little baby Digimon. I'll explain those when I show off my deck. Put that over. No, I'll keep them over here. Ooh, look at that. It's a Ghostmon. Kinda like them. Look at that. When this card strikes to do activation, Digiburst return this card towards owner's hand. That's an okay effect. And Victory Greymon. Another Greymon card. Because you can never have too many different Greymons. Oh, this one here? This is Missimon. So regular Digimon cards have a blue background, but they're basically these ones have a white background. I want. They're like baby level Digimon. They're there to help facilitate Digivolution. Because one of the rules says if a Digimon has 0 DP, like this number right here, they get destroyed. Baby Digimon do not have any DP. They are there to give bonuses and help Digivolve cards. I'll go more into it once I go into my deck. Back of the pack. Back of the pack. You talking about? Hold on. You talking about this one here? The Victory Greymon? Oh, are you talking about these? These kind of just come with the pack. They're just they can use for like as a memory counter or the way mana system for the game / checklist. I think that's what you're talking about. Because I'm not sure there's any more here on the left. There's my right over here. Yeah, because the way the game works is basically you work on a memory system. This is like all your resources, but your opponent has one too, and you share them. The way it works. So whenever you're losing memory, technically your opponent is gaining memory at the same time. Hey, Solar Phoenix! Thanks for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! How is it going? What were you guys streaming? It's a solar raid! I can't see! It's too bright in here. Currently, I'm just doing a little bit of a Digimon unboxing here. Yep, last card. Always the counters. Right now, I'm just kind of going over the my winnings for the tournament. Getting show off exactly what I got from these 4 booster packs I got for getting first place. Nothing too big. Let's see. We got the ever rare Gabumon, but he's actually black. Because sometimes they decided to do like a black version of a couple Digimon, but never bothered changing the name. So it's not like, ooh, it's black Gabumon. No, it's Gabumon, and he's black. No, there are alternate art cards. I will show to you if I get one. But there is a Gabumon. So the regular Gabumon is vaccine. Technically, the black one's a virus type. But the only difference between them is literally the fact that one's black and the other one isn't. But they have the same name. Like a Digimon, it had like a weird part. Yeah, Gabumon Alter. Like Digimon has a weird thing early on, especially where they basically had a bunch of the same Digimon, recolored them, and gave them a different name. This guy, like Gatsumon here, technically there is one that's white called Miramon, and it's an ultimate level Digimon. But the only difference is one's white, the other one's just stone colored. The most egregious, and I say egregious example, is Garumon and the card Gurumon. Gurumon looks like Garumon with like some slight color changes. And they've never done anything like that again. Hell, even according to the Digimon site, that thing doesn't even Digivolve. They have no special lines to go for it. I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for that. Yeah, these are... another aspect of the game is you get option cards. They give you like effects, you know, you can play. Usually they tend to be named after Digimon attacks. The ruling for these kinds of cards is you can only play these if you have a Digimon that matches the color or a Tamer card that matches the same color. Yeah, these are basically your spell cards. Yes. I think I got one. Yeah, that was the yeah. Like this is the black one. You can tell it's black because it has the black on the behind the name and the little space here. Organize yourselves. And this is a tamer card. Basically, you know, it's like the main characters of the show, or games, actually. So, this also having this on the field lets me play a Greymon. Yeah, I forget what the name of the one show she's from. She's the one where it has Marcus, that one kid who just punches Digimon to have his Agumon Digivolve. So yeah, they tend to have effects that basically affect like the field. These are the ones that stay on the field. I guess you would say like the field spells from Yu-Gi-Oh is the equivalent, because the option cards are like one you play them once. Yes, Data Squad, that's it. I'll put you here. Oh, that's it. Nothing too fancy from this set, from these four. But now we're gonna go ahead and open the big old box. Let me just put these to the side. And clean up a little bit, because I got all of this trash here. And I'm about to get way more. So I'm gonna put the trash bag over here. You can easily access them. Also, I got lucky and entered the, well, I didn't enter. I won what they call the random, promo pack. Basically, when the card shop opens a box, the box has a topper in it, like a special promo card inside the box itself. Rather than just sell on eBay, they randomly give it to one of the tournament participants. So, for buying the box, they gave me 2 dash packs. Because you get 1 for every 12 packs, every 12 boosters you buy. And since I bought a box, that's like 24 of them. They have special promo cards. Here we got the option card, Brave Shield. It's all nice and shiny. Featuring the shield of War Greymon. Which, by the way, in the new Digimon series, he actually uses it to defend himself. Before, it was just like there the whole time. Or the reboot, Digimon Adventure 2020, I think is what it's officially called. Don't even know what this thing does. Like, let's see, cost 5 to play, and it says, main, unsuspend one of your Digimon. So you take on a Digimon to suspend it and unsuspend it. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, that Digimon gains blocker. Oh, okay, nice. So it's one of those rare red cards that give blocker to your, to their own reds. So you can take a card, attack with it, play this, and then reset it, and they can block for the next turn. That's actually not bad. Also, nice and shiny. And the other one, stuck. And the other one is Gran Cuagumo. Now, if you guys remember, Cuagumon's like that red beetle that attacked the kids like in the very first Digimon series. This is what its mega is supposed to look like. This one has piercing. So that means if it attacks a Digimon if it attacks a Digimon and destroys it without it dying, it can do a security attack. And on my turn, this Digimon just gains an extra 4,000 DP. So while it's my turn, this is literally 1,500. Not a bad card. I did want one of these for a green deck I'm making, but it's not quite this one. It is this one, but I do love the artwork. I gotta say, some of the bug Digimon are really interesting, and like I like Hercules Kabuterimon and Gran Cuagumo. Dude, like one of the reasons I got into this game is because of the art. It's just fantastic. All right, and here's the version 1.5 box. This is the second. Let me move this over. Can I move it over a bit? Hold on. Trying to get this centered on me and make sure it just doesn't get covered by the chat there. So the reason this is called the 1.5 is because the game came out a little bit later for the States, and in order to catch everybody up, the first 2 sets contained cards from what would be sets 1 through 3 of the Japanese version. I want to. One of the things that's kind of limiting is that I have to have the, let me see if I can move it a little bit. Is I also have to have it plugged in so it doesn't run out of battery, because I am using my phone, so it's on a bit of a short tether. Like I said, I bought a webcam, like an actual Logitech webcam. I'm gonna see if I can get that one to work, and if I have to, maybe I'll get an actual USB extender as well when I have all this type of thing set up. Alright, let's see what we got in this thing. Always have a trusty pocket knife. You never know when you're gonna need a pocket knife. Get out of here, you. Oh, what do we got here? Alright, so the box topper is Ankylomon. And I think it's a full art version of him too. Oh, and it has a security effect. So it's the alright, that's nice. Security effects basically say if this card comes from the security stack, you activate this effect. And this one says at the end of the battle, play this card while playing its memory cards. So basically he shows up, the Digimon do battle, win or lose, this one just comes onto the field for free. Oh yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna put this one to the side. And ooh, what is this? A special box promo pack. Not expecting this. I guess this is one of the. I think these are only for the 1.0 and 1.5. I can get a Garumon, Ver1.5, Agumon, Greymon, Dramon 0, and Kamiya, V-Tamer version. Yeah. By the way, it's kind of annoying, but unlike booster packs, Bandai really puts like a little notch here, and they're like, yeah, you have to open it our way. Like, you just can't do one of these and open it. No, you have to open it the way one. So we got a Garumon and Ver1.5, which is a bit of a shame because I think I already actually have these. Also, these are like, it's that weird foil. Like, it's different from the rest of the card game. It's like laminated on compared to the rest. Oh well, I was hoping for the Dramon stuff. All right. Yeah. So this is all we got going on here. Let's start opening some cards to see what we can get. Yeah. Throw that to the side. Bust this open. Hey, look at that! It's our buddy Vmon. What's this say? On your turn, once per turn, this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase. Trigger, draw one. That's a nice little effect. Jewel Vmon. Interesting card. I thought it was like a Digivolution of Stigmon, but I never actually seen Vmon. But he looks kind of cool. He's actually pretty. He's just a really bulky for his level. That's like what his specialty is. Nothing really too fancy. Put you down here. Oh, hey, look. It's Angel Woman. Oh, look at that. It's Argomon. Let me see. Gonna move the stuff around a bit, so I actually have to move it a little bit higher. Oh. Hold up. So Argomon's special. He is one of 2 cards that got limited. You're only allowed to have 1 in the deck. And the reason is because of his main skill, which is Digisorption. And that says when it's when you want to Digivolve into him, tap one of your Digimon, his cost becomes his Digivolution cost, which is right here, becomes 0. So he's a free Digivolution. Yeah, it was when it first came out. This was so strong. Yeah, it's limited to 1. And there's one other green card that's also limited to 1. And those are the only cards in the game that are limited to 1. Oh, sorry. I'm never picking up the one side, laying it on the side so you can pull back easier. Yeah. Oh, put it backwards. They got some Leomon there. Doo -doo -doo -doo. Hey, hey, we got Death Parade Blaster. So I'm not sure if this was part of the show, or if I was like mishearing something. I always assumed this was Desperado Blaster. Now I'm not sure I was mishearing it, or if they actually just censored it in the the TV show. But apparently it's Death Parade Blaster, and you know what? That makes sense. Look at him, just picking up those two guns and just mowing whatever's down in front of him. Got Gurumon. Got Valkyriemon. We got the little baby Minomon. Look at that, just sitting in the pine cone. Here we go, Dramon. So we have a blue tamer in play. This Digimon gains jamming. So jamming is actually a really good ability. Like I said before, when you attack a security card, it could be another Digimon. Say, I attack a security card with this guy. Normally, well, he would just die because, well, this one's stronger. What jamming does is say, oh hey, the battle just doesn't happen. So it's basically getting like a free swing at your opponent's life points. Oh, look at that, a rare Phoenixmon. Oh, that's it. I like Phoenixmon. It was pretty hype when I actually first got to see it in the show. Oh, did I bump the camera again? Hold up. That's that damn phone cord. I'm gonna put this over here with the other rares, because you just can't have them. And there it is. It's Vmon, and he has jamming, just straight up jamming. He is part of a Rookie Rush deck. Basically, anything that's level 3 is considered a rookie card. And Rookie Rush is basically where you just have a bunch of the little level 3s and play them. Vmon has jamming, so he's super safe to just attack the security stack. See what's next. So far, by the way, my favorite colors to play is gotta get rid of this trash. I like black. It seems pretty cool. It does have its downsides. Its biggest one right now is it doesn't have any good security cards, and except for one out of the entire of all the cards released, only one really good security card. And oh no, actually, I have enough room actually. Haha. And then one really good it doesn't have that many removal option cards. Except, again, for like one, but unfortunately it's the same card. Ooh, Blossomon. Oh, this one has Digisorption too. I was actually gonna make that's part of the green deck I want to make. Put this one here. So here's an example of that. This is Psychmon. It's just Gabumon but purple. But at least they gave it a different name. They did a lot with the earlier Digimon cards. I mean, well, Digimon in general. Got Untitled Woman again. I got Volcanic Flare again. Well, you know what? I like the art right here. This just giant magma monster just spewing magma everywhere. Ooh, Garumon. Hey, it's Rapidmon, the non-golden DX version. Put you over here. Another Valkyriemon. Oh, look at that. We got Bancho Stingmon. Fun fact, there's actually like 4 different Bancho cards out there so far. Or I think there's only 4 of them. There's Bancho Stingmon, Bancho Leomon, Bancho Lilymon, and Bancho Golomon. They're all green except for Golomon, which is black. Eden's Javelin. Hey, it's everybody's favorite boy, Edamon. How you all doing? God, he was such a weird... Oh yeah, the pants are pretty good. God, Edamon was like such an interesting like villain for the show, because he was just like an Elvis impersonator. Like, yeah, he is. Yeah, literally, he's such a character. And Metal Mamemon. Mamemon's an interesting card, or Digimon in general, because he's just like a little ball character, but all his Digivolutions are basically, I found an item and I'm going to use it now. And this one is like he found like Wolverine claws and a hand cannon. Let's see what we got going on here. Ah. So yeah, a lot of the, especially for the 1.5, 1.0, are going to have like a lot of the early season cards. Not even, not like cards, I mean like early season show character cards. Like, yeah, I got a Kagumon here. Oh, look at that, Mummymon. You know, the card should be here, so I'll talk more about it, because I find it designed to be interesting. Oh, I made a different... move you here because I want you sorted in a different. By the way, if you haven't figured out, I kind of sorted them out in like. This is how I tend to sort the colors, just for, I don't know, OCD sake, I guess, or just the way I like to do it. A little Ankylomon. Oh yeah, here's this one. I remember always seeing him. He came in, sticking in my mind. Skiromon. It's a floating ball with horns and a chainsaw. Look at this thing. I got the rares at right here. I'll show them back again once I'm done opening them all, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have plenty. No, that's black. Over here. Ah, look, the classic Miramon. Dude's just on fire. Ah, Sakumon. Just a Digimon that throws around turds. Literally, that's its attack. Oh, hey, look, it's Greymon. Apparently, if you have an Agumon that has red straps on his arms, it will digivolve into a different version of Greymon that has more horns and red arm straps. You here? Look, Nyaromon, little baby. Argomon. Oh yeah, I forgot. Argomon's a special Digimon in that what's this? Oh, hey, Bison. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry I didn't notice you there. Oh, give me a second, Bison. Argomon's like an interesting, because in the show, it's not a natural Digimon. It was made by the villain, so all its evolutions are named Argomon. It's just that is it a rookie? Is it a champion? Is it a baby? Is it an ultimate? Is it a mega? Put you down here. Ooh, look at that. I got a Mimi, a purple one. Let's see, when a player uses an option card, you may suspend this to gain 1 memory. So it's actually not it's alright. It's not too bad. It's interesting because the way the memory system works is, if at any point during your opponent's turn, you get positive energy, it becomes your turn. So if they, let's say, go to 0, and they play an option card, it moves them to 0, technically still their turn. I can tap this, gain 1 memory, and it becomes my turn. Because I tend to basically force them to end their turn. Put you back over here. So that's a nice little Tamer card. I'm gonna put you right over here with the. Ooh! And this is an alternate art Ultra Force Cedramon. He is one of the Holy Knights. Oh, maybe not Holy, Royal Knights. Look at this guy. All cards for this set basically have like that little digital motherboard looking circuitry going. Let's see, what's he say? When one of your blue tamers becomes suspended, unsuspend this Digimon. Oh, okay, so attack with him, activate your tamer ability, untap him. On your your turn. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, gain 1 memory, and you get 1 free memory. Oh, dude, trust me, like most of the alternate art cards are just fantastic. And look at this boy. Also, he's a Royal Knight, which is like, they all just tend to be automatically cool. I'm gonna put you right there. You are special. And I think he is just a super rare. I don't think he is a yeah, he's super rare. There are secret rares. Now, if you excuse me, Bison here has decided I need a bit of a workout because I've been sitting on my ass for too long. What do we got here? 15 setups. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. Mark that's completed and give me a little bit of drink of agua. Agua brand agua. Never leave home without it. It's my oh, right. Well, so I think that's the alternate card. So I think if you buy a box, you're guaranteed at least one alternate art card. And from my experience, I might actually get the non-alternate version too. Because I usually get them in pairs. I'll get the standard and the alternate. Oh, by the way, Clockmon here. Shut up in the... Hey, Lucy, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Clockmon showed up in the newest Digimon series called Ghost Game. And first time he's been in the show, and he's a scary-ass looking motherfucker. Because the Digimon in that show up... I guess they have a lot of holograms they use for advertising and stuff in that world, that world, and they the Digimon tend to manifest as like ghostly looking holograms. And Clockmon just showed up and just started stealing people's time. Like he actually made them age really fast, and just took their time. Ugh, this thing is so loose. Don't worry though. Once they defeated him, everyone just aged backwards back to whatever they were. Strike. Ooh, another Blossomon. Nice. The blue Magna Angelmon. I don't think you would actually see many of these in blue. Most of them tend to be in yellow. The Angelmon cards, I mean. Where'd my blue cards go? I have lost my blue cards. Once again, stacking them where they don't belong because I'm not paying attention. Gatomon. Look at this Birdramon. It's weird because I'm not sure if he's actually... The art makes it look like she's made... Like Birdramon's made of fire. I don't think she's supposed to, but the artwork looks pretty nice for it. Oopamon. Oh, Terrymon. I do want this one for my... that green deck, so I'm gonna keep this one. Hey, we got Aerial Force, Aerial Vedramon. If you have a blue tamer in play, on suspend one of your blue Digimon. And inherited effects. When this Digimon becomes suspended in your main phase, it gains jamming. Nice. I'll explain more to those effects when I get to my deck. Ooh, another Mimi. You know, what am I doing? First go over here. And be blotted in with the commoners. Yeah, get up. Well, maybe I can go into. Yeah, here's the Agumon. You can tell it's special because he has the little red armbands. Penguinmon. Well, that's a little classic one. Let's see. I mean, so far from what I've seen of the game, it's pretty interesting. I want to say fast moving. Well, not as fast as some like the crazy ass card games like goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh! There's no comparing to that one, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. I haven't seen another example of a recolor. It's just Saber Dramon. It's just a black Birdramon. Look at that. Look at this. They're even the same. They're both champion levels. You like your Firebird in black or red? Got another Ikakumon here. Vivusmon. It's another one of those. I also like to see how they expanded on the whole angel archetype, because apparently there's a whole subsect of like angel Digimon that, you know, serve quote unquote God. Hey, Demi Vmon. What I like about this, about the babies, is technically there's actually a stage that's lower than these guys, but they didn't want to go down that far when it came to, like, you know, playing the game. So they have here this one. This is Demi Vmon, but this little guy right here is what evolves into Demi Vmon. I forgot what his name is. So the babies actually have 2 Digimon on them. It's the super baby and then the next level. Lopomon. It's just a brown terriermon. Hey, Rina. She's actually the main. I think she's the main character of one of the 3DS Digimon games. She actually makes like a guest appearance in the what was it? Digimon Cyber Sleuth? You eventually run into her in that game. Also, as you can tell by the way she's dressed, I'm pretty sure she's in high school. Maybe more, or maybe middle school. It's hard to tell. I'd rise Greymon. Nice. You see, was it this one? No. Yeah. Kinda hope it says hi. So I actually don't think the Blue Angemon cards are that hard, because I've never really seen anyone talking about them or being used, and I'm always surprised that I see them. Oh yeah, so I guess I can tell you what this is. This right here, so when you play the game, they'll have effects up here. Oh man, what is? Hold on a second. What is playing? There you go. So if they have effects, they'll just have effects listed up here. But they'll have inherent effects in this bottom box. What this means is if you digivolve this Digimon, the Digimon that digivolved into him can use this effect. And some Digimon that might be crappy, but the reason you run them is because of the inherent effect just makes your team stronger. Blue over here. And hey, Raiji Ludomon. So this is part of the Armor Legends Arm set of Digimon. It's an interesting concept, but it's basically these Digimon can turn into equipment to be used by other Digimon. I believe this one turns into a shield. And and they all share the same thing, where they all have like really good inherited effects, but on their own they do nothing. So like, you know, you digivolve, whatever it digivolves into will get this effect, this big ol' text of effect right there. So you got Mon. Rapid Mon. Ooh, Cedramon, classic villain. Blue one's over here. There's a Candlemon, looks like he's got a mini Demi Miramon on top of his head. I think that's what he does. Ah, okay, so Raiju Ludomon, Tai Ludomon. So this is like the smaller version of that one. A Delicate Plan. This is actually a really good card for Red. Red loves to swing on your security stacks. And what this card does is basically say for the turn, any option cards revealed in the security stack just don't activate. And there can be some very powerful, like Red has one called, it's Terra Force, you know, War Greymon's attack, and it just says, oh, just delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Just flat out do it. And that's always like a worry, but if you play this card, you can like, oh, yep, well, too bad, doesn't activate. By the way, it's pretty cool. It's literally Black War Greymon and War Greymon playing against each other in the card game. Oh, and a little fun fact. In the background here, you see this little character right there? Yeah. That is a Digimon by the name of Sistermon Noir. She's been a bit of a hot topic as of late, because she is basically a Japanese exclusive one. Because she got censored here in the US and got replaced by another one called Sistermon CL, which is like a different Digimon. And the reason they did it is because she looks like a nun. And it's upsetting because there's technically 3 sisters. Sistermon, Blanc, Noir, and CL. And all 3 they're different. They all have their own special abilities. And it's upsetting because in the stateside we'll never have all 3 of them. Ludomon. Yeah, that is the shield one. Dramon. It's like it's like the dumbest thing here, because like out of all the things to censor, it's like it's a nun. No one really cares about the nun stuff here. Like, I think they care more about Jesus when it comes to Christianity. Hey, Shakumon. I believe he was the DNA fusion of was it Angelmon and Kilomon. You got this clay doll behemoth thing. Now, to show that he is like a DNA fusion, technically he can these are the Digivolution requirements. So he can Digivolve from a level 4 yellow Digimon or a level 4 blue Digimon. And on top of that, this on my turn, this card's treated as a blue Digimon. So you can actually use this to Digivolve, and you can use this in blue decks. Right now, there's not too many color mixings. There are some, but they run very specific strategies. Don't need that. Ah, look at that. And this is the normal card art of Ultra Force Dramon. Let me show them. Yep. So we got the art. This is right here. This is the alternate art, and this is the standard art. I do like the alt art way better. It looks pretty cool. The standard one, not too bad, not too shabby. And like I said, if you get the alternate card of one, you tend to usually run into the standard one as well. Great. Open up. Oh, we got Garumon. So this is an interesting Digimon, because it says its effect is on all turns. Your opponent can't gain memory except with turn effects. As far as I know, this is like the only card that as I've only seen him in a black card that has the same effect. And the hilarious thing about it is, this card and the other one is the only way to shut down the Lilithmon loop, because the Lilithmon loop just gains memory out the ass by playing the loop. But this card literally just stops it dead in its tracks because of that one effect. And since there's no side decking in this game, not sure that'll get changed in the future or not. But if you I wouldn't run the black version of it in my deck, only because it kind of flows against it, and it'll only be good against the Lilithmon loop. Gotta move these over. I think I've been moving them over without paying attention. We got Shamanmon, which is weird because he's surrounded by Garumon, and I think the only difference is he has blonde hair. Like, that's it. And also the color of his outfit is not brown, it's blue. Like I'm glad they kind of stopped doing they stopped doing that thing where they they just like, oh, we're just gonna do a slight variation, it's gonna be a whole new Digimon. Ah, here you go. So like, this is a champion level Argomon. Looks completely different. It's still Argomon though. Hey, another Remon, nice. Put my little blue guys here. And this is Goldramon. Some cards just get a full art cards. They're nothing really special. I actually just don't like the way Goldramon looks. Hey, Gigimon. He evolves into Giomon. They got Black Gatomon. It's one of the rare cards where they actually have it, the black version, and they actually refer to it as black flag. Got Phoenixmon. Oh, check it! It's Imperial Dramon. Dragon mode. You're right, it is a blue. Ugh. Oh, look at this. Nice. What do you got here? Let's see. Well, one of your Piledramon or Dino Beamon would digivolve into this card. Reduce the cost by 2. Reminds you of the bird mounts from RE0. Yeah. So it's interesting. Normally, in order to digivolve into this, it would have to be a blue or green Digimon, level 5 Digimon, and would cost you 5. But this card says if it's Piledramon or Dino Beamon. Where did that name go? By the way, Dino Beamon is like a different evolution of like instead of getting instead of a DNA fusion, XVmon and Stingmon DNA Digivolve, you can either get Piledramon or Dino Beamon. I kind of find Dino Beamon to be a bit too creepy looking. The cost is it becomes 2 instead of 5, so that's a nice memory saving. And then this thing says when digivolving, unsuspend all your Digimon with jamming. So one of the things about the game is there's only one main phase. And on that one main phase, you can just do whatever you want in whatever order you want. So you can just have a bunch of attackers with jamming, attack, digivolve into this guy, and then unsuspend all the ones that have jamming, and attack again if you wanted to. I'm gonna put you up here with the special ones. Is this just a super rare? Yep, says SR, so super rare. The secret rares are labeled SEC for secret. Oh, and there's his attack, Positron Laser. Fortunately, you can't play it on his own card because it's a blue card. One of the new things coming out soon is actually dual color Digimon cards. And you can tell they're dual colors because they're literally just split in half. One half will be like green, one half will be red, or whatever color combination. But one of the things they did say is, if you want to play a dual colored like option card, you have to have both colors on the field. Yeah. Did you hear? They got another Angel Woman. Man, there are some pretty good looking Angel Woman cards here. Are they not in this set? Hoping to run into them. Hey, Hawkmon. And I got clear the Pinguino again. Code cracking. Yeah, this is the I want to say it's the villain from the first American Digimon movie, or one of the villains turning into like the evil version of himself. I forgot what his name was. Glorious Burst and Salamon. See, when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 1000 DP. I like them too. The American one was such a weird combination of like 3 movies. And there are like some cut scenes where like the Digimon, especially towards the end, where the Digimon will start an attack in like fully Digivolve form, and then all of a sudden like on the next scene like literally just cut back. They just changed. They're back to their rookies. Don't even saw what happened to them. It's just the way they ended up. Don't worry about it. But we did get Diaboromon, and he was like, honestly, out of all the Digimon movies, he still lives up as like, in my opinion, like one of the best Digimon villains to ever come out. The only beaten out by what can be considered his other form, Armageddonmon, which was a sequel to that movie, where the next generation, you know, like I think it was like Davis and Vmon and stuff, like they had to take care of a more powerful version of Diaboromon. Hey, it's Arukenimon. Memorable character, like from the season I was just talking about, like this. She was like, her and her partner Mummymon were basically like trying to bring back like the boss Digimon for that series. And my god, it was like, you want to hear it? Because like, I'll say this, they had a tragic ending. You were not expecting it, but man, let me put you. What exactly happens? Yeah. Put this guy here. Ah, yes, Tankmon, the mon that is a tank. Then we got Ophanimon, which is like the holy, like an armored knight, a holy knight. Well, yeah, it's like a armored angel. Not considered like the I think I remember. Let's see, what was it? Hey, Weebgab, thanks for dropping by. How are you doing today? Yeah, just opening some packs. I bought myself a box and just been opening. So I remember when, like in the movie, Angie-Woman digivolved for the first time into Omega, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm excited. Because Angemon did that too, and we got Seraphimon, cool knight armored Digimon. And then she digivolved, and we got like the pink dragon, and I was like, oh, I'm a little bit disappointed. And then I learned there's this Digimon, and I'm like, no, that's what we should have gotten. I like this thing. I kind of like the armored, you know, the angels and knights that look like knights. Here's the Ankylomon. Yeah, and the box upper is just a special alternate art. I think it's They just kind of enlarged the image of him and just put the little security, and then some like, I don't even know what the background's supposed to be. I think they started getting better box toppers. Yes, they are printing cards. There has been some production issues as of late though. So like a new set was supposed to come out this month, but we didn't get it until the Americas is not getting it until like mid-November. So everyone's a little bit sad. But there are still some packs available. By the way, this is the alternate Greymon. It's just like a purple version. Still called Greymon, but it's just the virus form. Look at that. Where'd he go? Ooh, XVmon. He's doing his V laser attack. Or XV laser. Hey, look, we got Joe Kiddo. Let's see, if you have a Digimon blocking your play, gain 1 memory. For the most part, if you play a lot of blockers, this would be a pretty decent one. There are some better tamer cards for black, but if you're running blockers, yeah, you at least want to have one of him. Sure. So, well, I didn't know there. Never followed. Okay, so. Oh, wait, hold on, no. You're probably talking about the original card game. That one actually ended in the States a long time ago, only because like for some reason they decided it would be a good idea to change the rule set, and that just messed up the game. And then like at one point they decided to switch like I think they wanted to handle production themselves for the card game, and that ended up costing them like so many delays that by the time they started printing things out again, people just lost interest. But no, this is a brand new version of the card game. It's just called Digimon the card game. Boosters are kind of hard to find like at stores. They tend to sell out real fast. I mean, they're made by the same. They're both made by Bandai. I've never actually played the Dragon Ball game, so maybe. But I remember there being one a long time ago, and it was like I never really got into it. Yeah. But I know there is a current Dragon Ball game as well, and I'm not sure if they're the same one or not. I'll get our buddy Argomon. Doesn't matter how many I have. I can only ever play the one. Ooh. So here's Skull Miramon. This is what Miramon's supposed to digivolve into. Well, I say supposed to, but you know. Digimon just digivolve into whatever the hell they want sometimes. But yeah, I think he's like amazing. It's just purple flames, got a skull metal mask on him. Just bulk the fuck out, and Look at these flame decals on his pants. And a metal chain. I kind of like his design. Never played, but I had a friend when I was younger who collected the cards. I'm basic. I stick to Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, that's fair. You get into whatever you want. I was into Magic for a bit. I did enjoy collecting the cards, but I really like the Digimon stuff. They have some great artwork. That's one of the reasons I decided to get into it. A Grace Cross Freeze, and oh, Gurumon. He is another one of the arms. Where the other one I showed was a shield, this is the sword. And again, their whole thing is they turn into actual weapons, and other Digimon should be equipping them. I guess that's translated by the inherited effects. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah. Oh. Almost had it all the way down. One day. Get out of here, you. Ah. The special rarities, the highest they have are, let's see, they have common, uncommon, rare, secret rare, no, my bad, super rare, and then secret rare. Just 5 rarities. Let's see, this one's a common. They actually let you know because it says C for common. Let me see if I can find, here you go. The U for uncommon. R for rare. And when you get a rare one, they tend to have like the little foil border. And then you get the super rares, which are like the nice powerful ones, and they're all nice and hollow. And they come in special flavors, like here's Ultra Force Dramon. It's nice and shiny looking. And here's his alternate art, which is just as rare and a little bit shinier. Ooh. Like I said, like one of the biggest draws for me for this game is the art. It has some very beautiful cards. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh has, like, I eventually found out, like, Yu-Gi-Oh has like a bunch of different rarity levels and shenanigans, like get the ghost rare cards, which look like super shiny bleached out versions of the cards. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of weird in how many rarity it has, and the way the game just has picked up insanely fast. Like, I don't want to trash on it. Like, if you play it and you like it, good for you know what, good for you, more power to you. But like, I don't know, it feels like it's kind of lost it. Ooh. Oh wait, I didn't even finish this. I was haha. Howling. Saber Leomon. Such a tragic character for the original series. Oh look, it's another recolor. Auroramon. He looks like I forgot what the name of the Digimon was, but it has purple leaves instead of like the greenish pink ones. Yeah, it's called making money, but it's like at the one of the things about the the Yu-Gi-Oh card game is like so expensive to get into. Really, that's only one out of every 2 cases, not boxes. Jesus Christ. Let's see, Bifrost. So, oh, got another Argomon. That's the baby one. What's he say? When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, gain 1 memory. Well, okay then. Pseudomon, look at that. Look, he's just a regular common card, but I like the artwork. Most of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like considered break your wallet rare. Also, okay, so this is you don't see many of this kind of art. It kind of throws me back to the original card game, but most of the you don't see too many of these like cartoonish arts on the cards. I would be okay if they had more. Oh hey, look at that! We got the virus version of Metal Greymon. By the way, another thing I've noticed about the 1 in 50 cases. Oh, that's That's ridiculous. 1 in 1 in 50 boxes. One of the things I noticed, any Digimon that shoots missiles, most of them tend to be these weird fleshy things with like teeth. I don't know what's up with that. A lot of them do. Very few fire actual missiles. Instead, they fire what I'm not even sure if these things are alive. But the fact that they have mouths makes you assume. No. This is original. Like, Metal Garumon fires actual missiles, but some Digimon just fire these weird things. And it's not censored. This is just what they decided to do. It's weird because they still explode. I don't know why they have a mouth. I guess it'll just bite you a little bit before they explode on you. Hey, we got Cedramon. Nice. And it has jamming. Nice. Oh yeah, and it has a special Digivolution effect specifically for Cedramon. Once per turn when attacking, if Cedramon attacks, it untaps. So Cedramon can... Yeah. Whoop, there he goes. So if you Digivolve him into this, you can attack, and for free for 1 turn, it unsuspends, and you can attack again. Well, here's the thing. There is also a, I forgot, was it called Night Mode? No, Fighter Mode. It's the one where it's actually like a humanoid. It'll still say Cedramon Fighter Mode. So this card can still work with Fighter Mode, because it says Cedramon. Put you guys over here. Yes. So like all of them synergies. Here's the other pack I kind of opened because I kind of lost my mind while I was talking to you guys. Not your fault, just mine. I gotta learn to rein that thing in. So here's a Digimon. I hope I pull it, but Digimon pictured here is Crescaroomon. It's like how the double X Saber can be used with X Saber cards because the name is technically the same. Yeah, basically. So this is Crescaroomon. He is where Garumon, instead of digivolving into Metal Garumon, can digivolve into this character, where he's covered in like golden armor and has like, I forgot what do you call it, naginata. It's like a long stick with a blade at the end of it. Actually, wait, I might have pulled it off too, because let me see if I have it here. I may not have the card, but I may have the yes. It's a little bit harder to see. But Metal Garumon can digivolve... No, not Metal Garumon. Metal Greymon, instead of digivolving into War Greymon, can digivolve into Blitz Greymon. This red... I think he's themed after a taser. It's hard to tell. Zuba! Oh, look at that Zuba. Yeah, he's another one of the Legend Arms, the tiny sword one. They kind of come into play in the newer series for a very special reason. If I don't pull it, I will show you the card that I mean. Yeah, I'll show you why. Hey, Mummymon, the partner to Arukenimon. I find Mummymon to be such an interesting design, because they're like, let's make a mummy. So they made a mummy. It's like, what else can we do? Let's give him weird metal bracers for his feet. Give him an, you know, the typical Egyptian gun. Little Egyptian stick there, a bandolier to hold the bandolier, little ammo pet, little bracers and stuff. Yeah, let's just make him Solid Snake. Why not? That's mummy theme, isn't it? I'm like, yes. He showed up in Ghost Game, and he was like turning people into like wrapping people and turning them to mummies. It was an interesting character. By the way, I'm finding the new Digimon Ghost Game show to be interesting. The main characters are alright. Some of the one of the side characters I find kind of annoying, but I'm waiting to see if he actually ends up, you know, growing on me. Oh, you go over here. What am I doing? Ah, here it is. Actually, let me pull. Perfect example. So we have here Gurumon. See how he is? He's like the white with the dark purplish furs and the purple nails. Well, behold. Gurumon, who is white with like black stripes and dark purple nails, and who they only change one letter in the damn name. Got Garumon? Gurumon. I think this is the furthest they went with like recoloring and renaming, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Like this card is almost like dead. It doesn't, nothing else digivolves. He doesn't digivolve into anything special afterwards, as far as I'm concerned. It's just like, yeah, this is Garumon. Digivolve. We didn't bother going any further with this thing. Oh, here we go. This right here is the other limited card in the entire series. Hidden Potential Discovered. What does this do? The next time one of your green Digimon digivolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 5. That's a lot. And it's free to play for some reason. To give you a heads up, most Mega level Digimon, like the level 6, hell, even the 7s, tend to cost like 5 or 6. You tend to reduce that Digivolution cost by down to 1 or 0. And then that's why this card is just limited to 1. Also, I do like how it's got a little Wormmon, you got Stingmon showing off how cool it is, and the guy's like, didn't this guy used to be like that little geeky Wormmon? Ooh, Bastamon. Breath of the Gods, Craniusmon. He's one of the few black Royal Knight Digimon. I think right now there's like 1 out of all the Royal Knights cards that have been released. I think we're finally getting 2 more in the new set. It's Genkumon and Alphamon. And they're actually pretty damn good for themselves, so it's great that the black is finally getting something. Let's see what this during one of your Digimon games reboot, and this Digimon can't have its DP reduced or be returned to its owner, hand, or deck until the end of the opponent's turn. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good card. Now here's the thing. Yellow's main effect is reducing DP or this number. If it reaches 0, that Digimon gets deleted. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, this is the only card in the game that says you can't reduce a Digimon's DP. Other than that, there's no stopping that effect. And when when Yellow just gets going, they can just start wiping out like mega level Digimons by reducing their effects to 0, their attack to 0. It's insane. And oh, look at that! I actually got the card Crania. No, it's a Craniamon. I have a hard time pronouncing. Currently the only Black Royal Knight Digimon. He's got blocker, and on your turn, your Digimon with blocker can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. So if you're running a straight up blocker deck, you will want this guy in there. Because there are some cards that say like, oh, I'll play this. You just delete one of your blocker types. Oh, I kind of like him. I'll put you over here with the rest. You don't belong with the shabby rare cards. You get to go with the other ones. Yeah, go with her. Damn it, trash. Let's see. You got nothing nice. The rare blue Patamon. Saber Leomon. I gotta say, yeah, it's Patamon. It's a blue one too. That's the weird thing. From like, I think they stopped making blue ones, and they all turned into yellow ones, like yellow colored ones. It's a little bit loud on my. Let's turn my volume down. Should be good. Hey, Dokugumon. I like how it's like. It's a spider, it's got horns on it, and just to let you know, it's got the crossbones. Well, quote unquote crossbone. I guess they couldn't put the skull back there. You know, it's like animals in life just evolve to let you know it's like, don't fuck with me. Like, you know, if you come across a spider that has a skull and crossbones, you probably shouldn't mess with that thing. Betamon. Oh, you know what? We got Betamon, Alphamon. I wonder when we're gonna get Sigmamon. Arctic Blizzard. Look at that, Demi-Vmon. Oh, this is a different one than the other one I opened up. Nice. Little cutie. Hey, this is Vikemon. This is Ikakumon's ultimate. Yes, that is the joke I was going for, Ocean. This is what Ikakumon Mega Digivolves into. So I like Ikakumon, and then we got Cedramon, and I was like, that's a weird Digivolution, but okay. And then we get Vikemon, and I'm like, you know what? This is cool. I'll make for it. By the way, these what are they, like flails back here? He doesn't pick them up and like swing them. No, they just shoot out, and they're attached to chains. Well, that's pretty cool. Like, why not have a melee weapon and just shoot it? Turn it into a ranged melee weapon, right? Yeah, I got the Gatomon. Oh, look, another Pyldramon. Oh, look at that. It's a oh, this is the secret rare. This is a secret rare. You can tell because it says SEC. And it's a Black War Greymon. Look at that card. Oh, by the way, I love the way it's not all foiling. It's literally used like a border and to highlight the attack itself. Yeah, I know, right? I love the way they do their foil etchings on these cards. Just to show, like, as a highlight or something. It's great. What does he do? Let's see. While your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more in play, so like a mega level, the memory cost of this card from your hand... Oops. Reduce the memory card of this card from your hand by 6. So if you remember the show, Black War Greymon was seeking out people to fight all the time. So I'm guessing that's what this effect is supposed to represent. Like, he's eager to fight a strong opponent. So reduce this by 6. Making it, what, 7? It's still pretty high, but really low for like a level 6 Digimon. Let's see, when attacking, if you attack your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, unsuspend this Digimon. Oh yeah, literally. So on the turn you get to attack, if you go and attack the highest your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP and kill it, it just unsuspends itself. And if all of a sudden you can attack your other opponent's highest attack Digimon, you can do it again. Yeah, it's not even a once per turn because this thing lets you know it'll have when attacking purple separate box saying once per turn. It's cool because what I'm assuming is what limits this. You can only attack your opponent's Digimon if they are suspended. So if for some reason your opponent like attacked with all his Digimon and they're in the suspended state, this guy can then have his field day with them. Otherwise, he can only maybe attack the strongest one, unsuspend, and then maybe go ahead and attack your security instead. But if he for some reason just has all of them, suspended, this guy can just go ahead and wipe out the his entire board if he has enough strength. But my God, look at this art. I probably won't run this on my deck. Maybe a different one, but man, look at this. It's so beautiful. You get to go there. So that's a secret rare for that deck. For this box. Don't think I'll be getting the other one I think I opened up last time, which was pretty cool. I will show it to you because I'll show you what those new Agumon and what are they called? Yeah, the Agumon and Gabumon Mega Digivolutions were. Oh, Cherrymon, the old man tree Digimon got killed by a puppet, literally Puppetmon. If you guys remember that far into the series. Oh, and Killamon's a common. Yeah. Gabumon. Hey. Let me see. This is Dramon. Okay, so this is the no, this is the Mega one. Nice. Oh yeah, so this is like the Mega version of this. Oh hey, if you remember this one, this is Cedramon, but this is like the vaccine type. If you remember the first Digimon movie, you fought the evil virus type. This is what the vaccine type looks like. It's nice, pinkish, you know, not threatening. You go over here. You go over here. So, let me see. Cause I know I pulled the. Oh, hold up. So there is something special about those guys. You can pull the other card. I know I have you somewhere around here. Oh, right there. Why am I dumb? Why can't I see with my eyes? So these two are kind of like I want to say brothers in arms. Cherubimon. The black one is supposed to be like the shield. The red one is the sword. They do have a fusion. It's a level 7. And if I pull it, I will show it to you. But it's like, these two do combine to make one Digimon. That's supposed to be like the ultimate sword and the ultimate shield put together. Ooh. Hit the little stand there. Ah. Come on. There are fusions in the game, but the way they handle it, let me see. Like technically here, Dramon is a fusion of XVmon and Stingmon, but the way they handle it is, they let you digivolve from one of 2 different colored Digimons. Yes, it's exactly like Pokemon Sword and Shield. Hey, look, it's Agumon, but he's black. That's what digivolves into Black War Greymon. Ugh. Weird little arm mount. Hey, Commandramon. This is the card that my entire deck is based around. Da-da-da-da. And running out of stuff. Thought we were gonna get extra deck shenanigans. No, there's no extra deck shenanigans in this game. Thank God. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh, where you have the extra deck, the graveyard, and remove from play. That are all just basically different versions of like the graveyard at this point. So yeah, here's technically another. Get out of here, you. Another fusion. It's a red one, Silphymon. It comes with you can digivolve from 2 different colors. Hey, it's Mega Garumon. You remember that little bunny Terriermon just ends up digivolving into what is essentially a giant robot thing. Like that. I think this guy is the size of a skyscraper. And yes, these things are missiles that he can fire. It's ridiculous. As I say, when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It doesn't suspend on your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Your turn. While your opponent has a suspended Digimon, this Digimon gains security attack +1. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, basically. So, and also he gets a plus to his security attack on the first turn he digivolves. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. I feel like I should go. So he gets a storm. Yeah, basically for like that one turn. It's guaranteed for that one turn, but green has a lot of suspend cards, so he can get this secondary effect if you play like I think the option card Needle Spray says suspend one of your opponent's card. So if you play that, he gets that bonus again. Da-da-da-da. And I feel like I should go and like actually watch the reboot of Digimon Adventure, Digimon Adventure 2020. Because if you like the original series with the first set of main characters, they basically redid that show or series, but they went a whole different path, and you got to meet some new characters, and they even gave some new Digivolutions for like the main cast. Like I think at some point, what's his name? Patamon digivolves into Pegasusmon, but he doesn't even use the one of the armor, one of the Digi armors. Digi eggs, that's what it was. He just kind of straight up does it. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ooh. So this is one of the baby Digimons that's actually kind of highly coveted for purple decks, especially for the Lilithmon deck, because it has the inherited ability that says on deletion, draw one card and then trash one card in your hand. Demi-Merit. And that's good. So basically, whatever this thing evolves to, the moment your opponent or you kill it, you get to draw one and trash a card, which is good because there are Purple likes to have cards in the graveyard, because they'll be like, oh, do you happen to have 10 cards in your graveyard? Cool, you get a bonus when you play this card. So this one's actually highly sought out. Hey, look at that. That's Stingmon, one half of Pyldramon. Nice little moon. You know what, the art's not bad. They got that little moon going on back there. And what's its inherent effect? When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, gain 1 memory. Now that's a once per turn effect. You can tell because I like how this game is clear on when something is once per turn. It's its own separate colored box. Just to let you know, there will be no confusions. You will not weasel your way into some shenanigans. Oh, look at that. Sarismon. I'm not familiar with this one. This is actually a super rare one. So you got Digisorption 3. So this one doesn't reduce it to 0. It just reduces it to 2. Which is not too bad. That means you get to play something. Your turn, once per turn. When suspending Digimon for a Digisorption skill, you may suspend your opponent's Digimon instead. Damn. Okay, so this doesn't account for itself. So if you play like Argomon, after having this guy on the field, you can tap your opponents instead to reduce the cost. So this was what Sting Lancer was up to before he joined the beat. Yeah. I'll put you over here. Oh, I need some water. I am getting thirsty. Ah. I got all these booster packs. Just empty booster packs filling up the desk. Well, give me a second. I'll throw this out. Yeah, they all combo in their own way, but there's technically 2 kinds of control in this game. We have the yellow decks and the green decks. The yellow decks do their control through security cards, whether it be they start like reducing, deleting, or gaining bonuses from there. Whereas green, they do control by suspending your opponent's Digimons. So they tend to like freeze, prevent them from attacking and stuff like that, or making them wide open to attacks. And most of suspend effects say they have to wait like a whole turn. So like, okay, I suspend yours, your turn, you can't just suspend that. You have to wait until the next turn. Yeah, fine, I'll open you through the top. Yeah, again, the blue Angelmons are weird. I don't even think there's a blue Seraphimon or anything like that. It's just like, I think Magnamon is the highest one we've seen so far. Arctic Blizzard. Doramon, he got swords for arms and head. What else could you want from a Digimon? Kenimon. Salamon. That's not a fly. That's a... I'm gonna say that's a wasp. I was gonna say a bee. That's not even that. That's a wasp. That's a goddamn hornet. The dangerous kinds of bee. Hey, look at that. Tamer Davis. Let's see. Oh, he's got like one of the better effects for Tamer cards. Yeah, the ultimate Great Moth. I don't know. I think that Gran Cuagumo gets close to that. So some of the tamers have this effect that says at the start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set it to 3. That's pretty good because that way you know you'll always, at the very least, start with 3. Hold on a second. That's out. There you go. It is. I have a card like that for my deck, and I like to play it like first turn if I can. So basically, from there on. So here's the thing, though. There is a plus and there's an advantage and disadvantage. Cause if you play the game, you can try to choke out your opponent by having him memory starved, so they'll have like 1 memory on their turn. Let's say you have 2 and you play a card that costs 3. You gave your opponent one memory. Now he has to play his turn with 1 memory. But with a card like this, he'll just jump up to 3. But now, since I know that, I can start playing cards that I wouldn't, because I didn't want to give him that memory, because at that point I'd be like, I might as well give you that memory since you're just going to start it out. But he also has an on-play effect that says, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 blue and 1 green Digimon card among them to your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So most Tamer cards have basically a little security effect right here. You can tell it's a little lock. And they say, like, play this card while paying its memory cards. So if they attack my security and it's this card, you just get to play it for free and activate the on-play effect. You up there. And Shakumon. Yeah, at the very least, well, starting with 3 memory is always good. It gives you some wiggle room to play. But one of the tactics to the game might be to, starve out your opponent when it comes to playing the card game, to make sure they can't play super big moves, and if they have to, they have to give you more memory to do so. So it's kind of like a double-edged blade. So basically, you always start with 3, but your opponent knows that, so they might start playing more cards they normally wouldn't. Dude, why did I put you there? What am I doing? I mean, I still play them because it's always nice to have 3. Being guaranteed to work with 3 is always nice because it gives you the wiggle room you need to play some cards and combos. Hey, Shamimon again. Oh, we got our boy Bancho Singmon. Again, nice pair of pants. Goldramon, get out of here. No one likes you. Well, not that I know of, anyway. Oh, look at that. Oh, Dark Despair. What's this? 2 costs. One of your Digimon gains Retaliation. When this Digimon is deleted after... Oh, okay. Retaliation basically says if that Digimon dies in battle, it takes with it the Digimon that it just fought. I saw a guy lose a tournament match because he was fighting a purple deck that had a Dramon with Retaliation, and he had a Mega level Digimon and a blocker, and the guy swings with his Retaliation Digimon into his Mega and asks him, like, hey, are you going to block it? And the guy looks at the card, doesn't he actually notice what it is, and says, yeah. And he says, no, you can go ahead and swing. And he's like, okay. Devamon dies and takes his Mega with him because the guy wasn't paying attention. By the way, Masamon here is a DNA, it's the fusion of Angel Woman and Lady Devamon. This is what you get. Oh man, I tell you, when it comes to like card games, hell, this happens a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh, especially Duel Links. Read the effects of the Digimon that or the cards you're fighting, because my god, some people are like, oh yeah, it's a card, I'm gonna swing into it, and it's like, you want to do that? Yeah, why wouldn't I? Well, because this is about to happen, and then BS occurs because he wasn't paying attention. I saw a replay that happened in Duel Links where one guy just kept swinging into this Digimon, and it's like, why are you doing? Digimon. He just kept swinging on this monster, and the monster just effects kick in and just completely delete his opponent's Yu-Gi-Oh monster card. And I'm like, oh damn, that was rough. And then he does it again, and I'm like, he loses his entire all three monsters. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop that! Why? Did you not learn your lesson the second time? Like, I swear, some people play card games and like, I'm not going to read effects. I'm just going to swing in blindly. And nothing bad can happen here. Apparently never. He's like, you're never get me to learn to read. Oh, here we go. Crescaroomon. Look at this bad boy. This is this is what where Garumon can also digivolve into, aside from Metal Garumon. Look at this guy. Nice set of golden armor. You can't really see the weapon, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. The reboot. Yep. Again, reboot just says if he's suspended, he can unsuspend during your opponent's turn. The Unga Bunga taxes. Oh, yes. Especially in Yu-Gi-Oh, because out of all the card games, Yu-Gi-Oh has the highest Ooga Boonga tax. Let's see. When digivolving, reveal one card from the top of your deck for each Digimon your opponent has in play. You may play one black or red Digimon card with a level 5 or less among them, while paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. Damn. Oh, Gran Maju, yeah. Wasn't there like a whole slew of, I want to say Maju because they're all end in Maju but start with like Gran or Gree Maju cards or something like that. Because I know at one point they started like making different versions of them for some reason. And I think one became like a tournament viable card. It was insane. Put you here. Put you here. Oh, look. Da, da, da. Man, I can't wait for the new set to finally come out in November. I want to buy a box. Unfortunately, the new starter sets got pushed back to December, which is just so unfortunate. It's weird because Digimon starter packs, I want to say starter decks, are actually relatively pretty good. It's been a while since I've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh ones, but they're actually pretty decently playable, and they also come with great cards that you can just take and add to other decks. Oh yeah, I know that's the effect it has, but I feel like they released a whole different slew of different Maju cards. I think at one point there was just the one. Subanman. Hey, look, it's another Gran Cuagumo. This one's a different one. Piercing. Oh no, look at that. Oh no, it's an. Well, where'd it go? Thought I had it here somewhere. Oh, that's weird. The promo. Oh, the promo one just has a better art. But I believe it's this. Yeah, it's the exact same card. So this is the normal one, and this one this version you can only get by playing tournaments. And I like this art better. But there are some tournament version cards that are exclusive to tournament, as in like you can't even get a normal version of them. Like the little plant one, Palmon is one of them. And that's why she goes like 15 bucks a pop. Oh yes. 10,000. Yeah. And more trash here. But yeah, I think like so I hope the fact that they had to push back like the new packs and new starter decks doesn't kill the game. That would be super sad. Because I'm actually enjoying this right now. The two new starter decks were going to be based on Aerial V Dramon No, Ultra Force V Dramon and Gallantmon. And they were bringing you effects where I think Gallantmon, you get bonuses for just playing cards that delete opponent's Digimon right off the bat. And Ultra Force gain bonuses for having 7 or more cards in your hand. And again, this game doesn't have card limits, like a hand size limit. Ooh, look at that, Lady Devimon. When Digivolving, draw 2, then trash 2 cards in your hand. Again, part of the whole Lilithmon loop. And, oh hey, ooh, hello there, Engine Woman. This is the other Engine Woman card. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -2 until the end of turn. So security attack minus basically means if they have 0, they can't do damage against your security stack. And in odd ruling, they decided if you have negative attack, security attack, you also can't finish the game with an attack. Which is weird because you're not attacking the security stack, you're attacking your opponent directly. Because another ruling did say if your Digimon has security attack +2 and they do piercing, you only do 1 security attack. Or no, the other one was, no, I think the one that where was, if you have, let's say, security attack +3, your opponent has 2 security cards, you check the 2, but the extra security doesn't go straight into your opponent's life. You have to do a direct swing into them. But for some reason, they decided to go, it's like, oh, if you're at 0 security attack, you can't attack your opponent. Actually, these are nice. These two are nicely paired together. What do you think? I'm gonna put you to the side. Da, da, da. Oh. Get out of here, trash. I don't know about you guys, how you guys like to handle, but I figured out when it comes to like packs and stuff, I like to buy boxes. Boxes will pretty much get you a good amount of the cards you need, maybe not all of them, especially the secret rares. And then after you open the box, whatever you're missing, just buy the singles. I don't, whether your local card shop or... I like to go to the website TCG Player. It's just basically where a lot of local card shops put their, they can put their listings up. That's where I like to get a bunch of my singles. Sometimes I actually go to the website where my local card shop actually has their own site, but at the moment they don't have their own like singles list for Digimon, so I have to go to TCG Player. Oh, look at that, it's Guru Boy. Oh, and here it is, Dino Beamon. See if I can find it. Nope. Here it is. So XVmon and Stingmon in the show digivolve into Pyeldramon, but he can also digivolve into Dino Beamon, which has like XVmon's bulky arms, this weird the Stingmon's head with Vmon's horns on it. It's just a weird looking Digimon. Also, it's green. I guess this one's green, the other one's blue, so I guess it depends what kind of deck you're playing. Oh, look at that. Let me see. Brave Shield. Where did that version of that card go? So, yeah. The promo pack I think I got for winning? Or no, was it the dash pack? Just a better version, total upgrade of the standard card. Get back over here. Oh, hello there. It's a Momentai Gio. So, how you pronounce it? Thanks for dropping by. Hope you're having a good day. See, never got into TCG myself, but after going through Gacha Hell, I've definitely buy the boxes over individuals. Yeah, the thing is, at some point, It is just a gotcha, and it just doesn't make sense to spend that much money to like buy those boxes in hopes of getting them, when even though they might be $50, you still might actually end up just saving money. Oh, okay, X and O letters, I'll just ignore it then. Oh, I will, you know what? I have gotten several good pulls. I'm almost done. I will go over them. Whoa, I only got 2 packs left, so I'll go over the really good pulls once I'm done. So, no more. Just 2 packs left, gone. Bye-bye. But yeah, like, it's, even if the card costs like 50, it just makes more sense to buy the single as opposed to buying boxes or booster boxes, hoping you'll get the card you want. And honestly, it's not bad because it supports the local card store. Because at that point, you might be buying them from them. Stop it, Cameron. Why you do this to me? Oh, bumped you a little bit too hard. Bye. Yeah, this looks good. I unboxed 1.0. I don't even know what's good since I'm new. Oh, that's decent. It depends on what you're going for. Most of the secret rares or the SR cards are good. I mean, if you're looking for money value, you can always just go to like a site like TCG Player and see what they're selling on there for. But for the most part, it really depends on like if you're building a deck to play with. Tenimon, Candlemon. So yeah, like I say, I just buy a box. If I don't have what I want when I'm building a deck or something, I just start buying singles. Because at the very least, I'm supporting my local card shop. You know, that's where I like to go and play my card games. And honestly, I feel like card games just live and die on the local card shop scene. If it wasn't for them, I don't like. They're the ones that hold tournaments. You get together with people, you learn stuff, you get to talk to them. It's just a great way to build a community. And look, we have the mega level Garumon. Just opening his mouth and firing lasers. Secret rares, I believe at most 1 per box. That's the most I've seen. I don't think I've seen anybody ever get 2. Hey, there she is, Ophanimon. So this is the Angie Woman Digivolution I like better than the Dragon. Like I said, I'm just kind of a sucker for the whole angelic knight aesthetic. I just think it looks really neat. Oh wait, you get to go here with the rares. You don't get to be with the plebeian normal cards. All right, here is the final one. Well, if they were secret rares are supposed to be like the rarest of the rares. Technically, yes. I think I once opened up a pack and did not get a secret rare at all. I'm kind of okay with that because like if you start getting too many or that chances for getting them is too high, then that rarity kind of, you know, there's no point to it. Little baby Garumon. Dramon. Positron. Laser. Demi. Ooh, Demi. I could just... You know, I could probably start building a purple deck. I could start building the Lilithmon loop. I think I just need one more Lilithmon and like... I think I got the Omnimons to do it. Garumon. Puppet Pummel. Oh, look, it's Wormmon. Isn't he a bit of a cutie? Let's see. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 level 4 or 5 Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, okay, you can Digivolve into this one, but if this one gets deleted, you just get to search. Hey, look at that. Ragna Lordmon. So, where are they? Around here somewhere. Where did they go? So these two, Ver1.5 and Durandamon, the sword and the shield, they can DNA Digivolve, and you get this guy, Ragna Lordramon. As you can see, one arm is like is the red shield, and then the other arm is the golden sword. It's an inch. I got Lilithmon and the secret rare. Oh, you got Lilithmon and the alternate art card? Yes, I did get that too, and it was honestly like the best box full of, I loved it. It's amazing. I love Lilithmon. Was he just hoping for a box hopper Mimi, but I got a shitty little kid TK. Yeah. TK. Oh, honestly, I can understand that, but he's actually pretty good if you're running a yellow deck. He's what you actually would run him and Kyrie for the So he's actually a bit of an interesting thing, because when it comes to like fusions, the way it's described is their consciousness get merged into one. Ragna Lordramon is different in that there's three consciousness. There's the one for the sword, the shield, and the body, and they're all in. And apparently, even though there's three consciousnesses, they're all in perfect tandem. And it's interesting because since they say that he's like the ultimate warrior, because the sword, since they all have their own consciousness, the shield and the sword can act independently to fight, so they don't have to wait for like, you know, the body. It's like the sword will act on its own to attack. Yes. A lot of Digimons. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of Digimon, more Digimon get shown off in the games than they do in the show. Honestly, there's actually a lot of lore behind the Digimon that doesn't even get covered in the show. They kind of brush against it at best, but for the most part, all the actual Digimon lore is like in the games. I'm not sure why. I guess they just want to do like their own thing for the shows. I mean, to be fair, I do like the shows. I remember having fun memories of the original early seasons. I think I stopped at Tamers. I didn't really watch Data Squad. I'm watching Ghost Game, which seems pretty good so far. And I need to go back and watch the reboot of Digimon Adventures 2020. So these are going to be all the super rares. So I got Ragna Lordramon. You can make a pretty decent deck out of him. Actually, let's see what he does. He gets a security attack +1. He gets reboot. And when digivolving, you may place one Durandamon or Ver1.5 from your hand on top of this card's Digivolution stack to gain 3 memory. Okay, so normally, to get to this guy right here, you would digivolve from one of these two. From either him or him. His effect says, oh, did you digivolve from him? Cool. Slide this guy, let me see. Like, digivolve into him, and he's like, oh, cool. His effect is, you can then take the other one and just add it to the stack. So now you have both 6s. And you get their each of the security attacks. Which is, he gains piercing, so now this guy has piercing, and blocker. So now he has blocker. Same, I need to watch the reboot. Saw one episode of Ghost. It looked alright. Yeah, Ghost is pretty cool. I like the way they animated the Digimon. They look really great. Like, all the animation seems to favor the Digimon. The main characters are human characters. They're alright. But the Digimon really shine. I think one of the main characters, he's a little bit annoying for me, but I wanted to give him more time. It's only 2 episodes to see if he actually gets better. He seems a little bit weird. Alright, so we got Ragna Lordramon, Crescaroomon, Crescaroomon, the secret rare for this, which is the ever beautiful Black War Greymon. Look at this thing. Oh. And then just foil it over, make everything. No. His attack as it's charging, the little energy that is what has the gold highlight around it. By the way, best way to use gold as a highlight. I don't like things. They're like, oh, here's a special item. It's a solid gold. And I'm like, ugh, I hate it. It looks tacky. But when you use gold highlights, especially like this, ooh, does it look beautiful. I got the Royal Knight Crescaroomon. If you're looking to make a blocker reboot deck, there you go. This is one you want. He protects other blockers from deletion effects that affect blockers. Your Digimon with blocker can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. So if you have blockers and they play like, oh, I'm gonna delete one Digimon, if he's out on field, he's like, no, ain't doing that. Get out of here. Got me Imperial Dramon, Ultra Force Dramon, and his alternate art, Ultra Force Dramon. I like the alternate art for some of these cards. They all have the same background, and you know what? It does look pretty good. I think Lilithbone has a similar background, but a whole different artwork, and I like it. Oh, and you know what? You weren't here before. So I'll go and show you. This is the box topper I got. It's Ankylomon. It's just like I would say a lesser artwork of Ankylomon card, because the card is in the deck. They just took the Digimon, made an up-close shot of it, and then just changed the background to this. Meh. So I don't think this topper is as good. I believe I also got a special. Let me see where did it go? Is it this one? Nope. It also came with a different little. No, it didn't come. No, I think it came with like a special promo card, and it got I lost them. Yeah, I got these. It came with. Let me see. It's one of these special promo pack. Yeah. It came with this special promo booster as well. But it came with just Garumon and Garumon. I already have these. I think there are better ones in there that you can get. Also, it has the weird foiling. It's like it's laminated and it has like a rainbow coloring you can see. It's not like the other ones. It's a whole different foiling process that I think it's lesser and completely different from the rest of the game. You think they'll make an unlimited version for set 1? Like they did. I'm not familiar with the Pokemon game. I used to play way back in the day when it first came out, but I dropped out of it. But what is unlimited what do you mean by unlimited version? Let's see, what actually gave me this pack? I opened up a pack and got that. That was amazing. I don't even know where I got it from. Nope. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if, by the way, Momentai, I don't know if you do this, but if you buy a box from a local card shop, there's a chance they will give you something like a dash pack. Like this. It contains one card. My local card shop gives you one for every 12. And since the box has 24, they gave me 2. One that I got was this Brave Shield card. It's a hollow foil alternate art version of just a super rare, not a super rare, a rare card. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's rare. I think it's a common card. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I gotta find that place. I gotta find a way to store all these goddamn cards. I have no idea what to do with them. No, it actually might be a rare. Yeah. So yeah, this is the card Brave Shield. So yeah, this is the Brave Shield card. The Dash Pack brought this way better version of Brave Shield, and you can only get it during the Dash Pack. I bought it on TCG Player. I don't know where my local. That's a shame. I would say it might be worth it to try and find something, I kind of had to search up my own card shop to see if there's anything, because they tend to give out special things like that for buying boxes, so you can get a little extra just from, you know, just instead of the box topper. Also, if you want to play the game and enter a tournament, you get a little tournament pack just for entering, which has their own set of cards you can only get for just opening those up. Alright. So, that's all the cards. That's all the... Also, I entered a tournament. And I won the quote-unquote lucky promo. Basically, my store, when they open a box to sell, they'll take out the box topper, and they'll be like, I think what they did was like, hey, what do we do with this? Do we send it back to like the warehouse? And I'm like, if you do, we'll just hit on eBay. So what they started doing is people who entered the tournament get a random, they just give it to a random participant. They'll like randomly choose one and they're like, here you go, you get this. I got this as a as like the random, it's the box topper of the Tai, Kamiya, and Matt Ishida, which is nice if you're, which is really nice if you're running like Omnimon cards. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is the other color in the deck. It's white. There are technically 6 colors, and white is one, but it's mostly used for like specific Digimon. There are even some white option cards. But again, they're all basically meant to be played with those very specific cards, like the Omnimon. Oh, and I know I did want to tell you what the point was of the Blitz Greymon and the Crescaroomon. Actually, he's not in here. He's on my deck. If he's in my deck, I'll just go ahead and show you guys that. Let me just go ahead and put all this aside. My favorite card? Ooh. Honestly, that's a bit of a tough one. I don't know. I have a couple real. I think it might be of a toss-up between it's probably one of my Omnimon cards. Like I have Omnimon X and one of my Diaboromon cards. I don't know. It's hard to choose. There's such good art in this game. Like when I say favorite, I'm not even talking about playability. I'm just talking about like art. It's just so great. So it's, I would say it's probably maybe Omnimon X, Omnimon Altair S, or just one of the Diaboromons. It's so hard to choose. Alright, let me just go ahead and clean this up, and I will... I guess, I know one of you, particularly Ocean Man, wanted to see the deck I run. So I'll go ahead and show you that. Get a little stack going there. Hopefully that won't fall down later. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Season 3 Tamer. Are you talking about Season 3? They were the kids that... that's Frontier. Is that the one where the kids turn into Digimon? Oh, come on. Why, YouTube? Why you do this? Oh, right, that's how that worked. Actually, yes. We are getting more, not this set, the next set, starter decks, they are coming out with a Cedramon dual color deck, where it's they'll start introducing dual colored Digimon cards that are literally split in half. It'll be green and blue. So they'll probably bring back more, like Davis and cards. It's not box. It's the actual. Actually, yes. Actually, no. Let's see. Starter. It's ST 7 or 8 probably. Because I know the next ones are going to be the Gallantmon and Ultra Force Dramon. Then the ones after that is going to be a Dramon themed one. No, Imperial Dramon themed one and a Mastemon themed one. So it's going to be dual color blue and green and dual color yellow and purple. Is what the next the next starter packs we see coming down the line if everything goes according to plan. Alright, so this is my deck. This is the deck box I have. It's an Ultra Guard Boulder. Holds 60 cards. A little bit more than that. I gotta say, really nice. Nice hard plastic. Really simple. Doesn't open up. You actually have to crack it open. But it really holds up. If you want a deck box, look up for the Ultimate Guard Boulders. They come in various sizes. I think the ones that can hold up to 100 cards. That's more for Magic the Gathering. Wait. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the I run a this is the deck I run. I tend to run a if you're familiar with it, a Commandramon deck. These are the babies I run. It's a Sunomon. So if you're not familiar with the way the card game works, you can hold up to 4 cards of one version of a up to 4 copies of a card in your deck. But it's not based on name, it's based on the card number. So if it's BT2006, you can only have 4 copies of that in your deck. That goes for the babies as well. So I run a Sunomon because I can only have like up to 5 babies in the baby deck. It's a nice little card because it has a inherit effect that basically says any Digimon that shares the name of the Digimon it digivolved into, it gains an extra 2,000. And for Commandramon, so that's not bad. It doesn't come up often, but it comes up from time to time. The white ones. Let me show you. Let me get a clear one, and I'll show you. So yeah, this one here, it has the back, the white back. The reason is because technically this is a baby Digimon, or one that you can hatch. Because in the game, you know, there's the breeding zone where you have a stack of your the eggs, and you can flip one over, and you can start Digivolve from there. The reason is because what a rule of the game says: if your Digimon has 0 attack power, it just gets deleted. Baby cards don't have attack power. They're just, you know, little babies. So it's the only place they can survive. And yes, there are cards you can play to like move it out, but if you do that, you kill it. But it's technically possible. The way to consider it is anything in the baby area is considered safe. Effects can't any effects from inside of it cannot affect anything outside, but no effects coming from your opponent's side can affect it either. Like, say your opponent just completely wiped the board, he would delete all Digimon cards. Anything in the breeding area, totally fine. So yeah, like I run one Sunomon because it doesn't come up often, but there have been times when I've had a bunch of Commandramons and one just becomes super powerful because of this effect. But the ones I run the most are the, oops, didn't mean to grab those guys, are the Miramon. Basically, the Commandramon deck is a D Brigade deck, and this just says all D Brigade. If this is a D Brigade Digimon, it gains an extra 1,000 DP. So that's just a free 1,000 attack for your cards. Also, I like the little Miramon. Again, this is the super baby Digimon that he digivolves into this guy, the little Miramon, and then it turns into like the rookie. But since they didn't want to make cards specifically for these, like even babyer cards, they decided to just show both of them and name the main one. So those are the eggs I tend to run. And now let's get into the rookies. And the rookies are going to be Commandramon. I love Commandramon. As a Digimon, I love him as a concept. Look, it's just a little blue. The matches, technically they shouldn't run too long. It really depends on I want to say at minimum 15 minutes. It just depends on like your opponent, if they're taking too long to, you know, like decide on what to do. But if they know what to do, it doesn't take too long. So here I got 4 copies of this Commandramon. Again, I just love this guy. It's a little blue dinosaur with blue camo printed for skin color, wearing army fatigues, and look, he's holding an M15. He's just a little Digimon. He's just a soldier. Digimon has his its own army, and it's called the D Brigade. So I got 4 of him. By the way, these ones you can only get from the black starter deck. Yeah, because this is ST5. So this one you have to get from the black, what was it, black something? I have it. Machine Black starter deck, which is one of the few starter decks you can still get. Three of these Commandramons, they're weaker, they cost 1 less to play. But their effect is if this gets deleted, the moment it's deleted, I get to search the top 3 cards of my deck. If there's a Commandramon there, I get to play it for free. All the other cards just go to the bottom of my deck. If there's no Commandramons, well, the top 3 cards of my deck just went to the bottom. I used to run 4, but sometimes this card can actually mess you up. As I once played this, activated it, and the one card I needed next, which wasn't a Commandramon, just got sent to the bottom of the deck, and I was like, damn. So 3 is fine. I won 3 of these Commandramons. They're 4, 2000, and they're blockers. It's always nice to have blockers. Black cards like to specialize on blockers. A full set of another of these Commandramons. Again, it's all based on the card number, not the name. So I have like what's that? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 Commandramons in this deck. I run a full set of this because even though they're not super strong, they're 2 cost, which is nice. So I can just play that and not worry about losing too much memory or give my opponent too much memory. The reason I play this one, like I said, it doesn't come out often, but if he has this guy attached to it, and I have one other, for a rookie, he's almost a he's a champion level attack power. And if I have him specifically, and I have another Commandramon, well, he's already at 7,000. That's pretty high for a rookie. And even if I had the other baby, he's at 6,000. So, you know, those are good stats. So those are my rookies. It's just Commandramons out the ass. Champions. Champions is when it starts diverging a little bit, only because there's not that many D Brigade cards. Yeah. So a full set of Cedramon. This is it's a blocker. It's a D Brigade card. 6,000. If you have Miramon, that's 7,000. That's actually pretty decent. I got Numemon. Now for a champion, Numemon is admittedly pretty weak. 3,000. That's on par with rookies. But he costs 1 to Digivolve. That's pretty low, so it actually helps, you know, speed up you getting to your ultimates or your level 5s. Also, if you're not familiar with the game, every time you Digivolve, you draw 1 card. So that also helps out in, you know, keeping your you going, searching for your cards you want. And then I have, oh, let me move them over here so you can actually see it. Dark Tyrannomon. It's a 5,000 blocker, and it's a 1 cost to Digivolve. So again, it's a nice way to, you know, speed yourself up. Now he's a little bit pricey only because you get him from the black machine starter deck, but they only come with 2. You would have to buy. A lot of people say when you're buying starter decks, buy 2. And it's because that way you'll get a full playset of the really good cards. A A champ, one, you don't necessarily have to. It's just easier. There are some cards that help you get around that. Like let me see if I can show you. Da, da, da. Like Imperial Dramon decks, a lot of their Digivolutions have let you work off the 2-color decks, so you can do that. I know my friend ran a blue Hexa blue deck, and that one is purely blue, but he ran a Sakuyamon only because it said on his turn, even though it's a yellow card, it's treated as a blue card. So you don't have to, but if you're going to run multiple colors, you have to like look into what you're building. But it's a lot. If you never built a deck before, it might be easy to focus on one color and then just focus on what do I want this deck to do? What is my end game? Like, what is my win condition? When you're building decks, that's what you normally want to think about. Like, okay, my boss monster is Craniumon. I'm gonna build a deck around him. He helps blocker Digimon. So do I want to put a lot of blockers? Do I want to put cards that help add blocking and stuff like that? Alright, so that's my, so that's all the champions I have right now. Yeah, get back. Go back on this deck. Now for the level 5 or ultimates. Run a full set of Tankdramons. That's the ultimate level for a degrade. Run it because he has a special effect where during my turn, if a Digimon with D-Brigade is deleted, I get to search the top 2 cards on my deck. If there's a Commandramon, play it. If not, put him at the put it or whatever the other cards at the bottom of the deck. 7,000. He's pretty neat. He's okay. Look at that. It's just this is Tankdramon, not to be confused with Tankmon. All the D-Brigade cards have draw in them, like Commandramon, Cedramon, Tankdramon. I'll show you their mega later. We got here 3 sets of Gogmamon. This is cute little Pippi you got going on here. The reason I play this one is he has Digiburst 1, so I can take 1 card from his Digivolution stack and put it in the trash, and he gains the effect of like he gains an extra 2,000 attack. Now the thing is, the Digiburst you can use it as many times as you want, so I can make this guy incredibly strong and have a safe swing at a security stack, and not be too fearful of running into a stronger Digimon. The other reason you want that is you kind of want D-Brigade cards in your graveyard. So that's a great way of like picking out the D-Brigades from his Digivolution stack and throwing them into the trash. And I'll tell you why once I get to the megas. But yeah, this guy can reach. You should usually have like 4 cards underneath him, I think, at this point. So you got Baby level. Baby, level 3, and level 4. You'd have 3. Technically, you can take all 3, Digiburst them, and he would have an extra 6,000. That might be enough to actually take out one of your opponent's mega level Digimons if that was an issue. Put you there, and then Machinedramon. I kind of like Machinedramon, but he's just there as a blocker, a 7,000 blocker. Having blockers ain't too bad. Also, he doesn't have the condition that, this is one of the few blockers that can attack. Some blockers have either the card that say, can't attack, or you lose 2 memory when you attack, like Cedramon. So, with that. And I'm going to show you the megas. So, here is the card that makes the entire deck work. This is Dramon, the D Brigade leader, like this leader card. So here he is 13. He costs 13, 3 to Digivolve. You don't want to Digivolve into this card. You actually just want to hard play it. But you're like, he costs 13. Why would you do that? You give your opponent so much energy. So here's his effect. He gains Rush, so he can actually attack the turn he comes in. But on play, return up to 5 Digimon cards with D Brigade in their types from your trash to the top of your deck in any order. And for each card returned this way, gain 2 memory. So if you play him, search out 5 D Brigade cards from your graveyard and put him back on the top of your deck, it reduces his cost by 10. He is essentially a 3 cost. So that's how you can get a Mega out real fast with this guy. Yes, people do kind of want that. I'm hoping that they do it the Pokemon route, where you can play online and you can get free boosters or your starter packs just in the online version of it. That would be fantastic, because it would incentivize buying more physical cards and also playing the online version. But I think right now they're working on how do I say this? I think they're doing that to incentivize having the physical card game. But if they do the online actual game, I do want it to be done like the Pokemon version does. Even though I don't play, I do like the fact that like for every booster pack I buy, I get a free booster pack in the online version as well. Alright, so I got 4 Dark Dramons. And 3 Metal Gurumons, black. The reason I run this one is it's because one of the weaknesses of black cards is they don't have a lot of removal. They have one really good removal card, and that's it. And they have one really good security card, and it's the same card. So it's better to, you know, actually run somewhere. Like this one has Reboot. So on my opponent's turn, he just goes from suspend back into attack mode. But when you Digivolve into him, Digiburst 2, again, just remove 2 cards from his stack, only when Digivolving. And what you can do is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 6 or less. So if they have Digimon out and one of them is 6 or less, they just say bye-bye to it. But if for some reason he doesn't have like Digimon at all, or they're all 6 or they're like 7 or higher, what you can hold up, the camera's a little bit, there you go. What you can do is just burn one of their trash the top card of their of your opponent's security stack. So for free, you can get rid of one of the security stacks, which is great against yellow because they like you to run into their security stack and activate it. This negates that completely if you can get that secondary effect off. So Digivolving into this, almost like no downsides. You either get rid of a Digimon or a security card stack for free. Great. So that's the Megas I run. And now the level 7s. Level 7s are, they're the top tier, the ultra level cards. I run 2 Millenniumons. Yeah, by the way, these are like white cards. They're just incredibly rare. It costs 6 to Digivolve from either black or purple, and 15. This thing says when you Digivolve, when Digivolving, return one of your opponent's Digimons to the bottom of their deck and trash all their Digivolution cards. I started running him because again it's another removal. If I can get to him, I can remove a problem. Perfect. Also like 1300, there are other level 7s that are higher attack, but it's the effect. Also, the other one, on deletion, if this card had Digivolution cards, so like, you know, you Digivolved into it, you may play this card from your trash without paying its memory cost. So if it's Digivolve from something, they delete it. Literally just, I get to play it for free. No Digivolution. So that's fantastic. And now I'm going to show you the, remember how I told you there was a Blitz Greymon and Crescaroomon? It's because they came up with a different version of Omnimon that uses a Gurumon as a sword instead of a gun, and Greymon as a gun instead of a sword. And that is, by the way, this is the alternate art card. Omnimon Alter S. Look, he's a level 7, white. He's actually stronger than Millenniumon. Yeah, you can see the Blitz Greymon head, which is like a magnum. You can't see the sword, unfortunately, but it's like a two-pronged sword. Yeah, he actually debuted in the newest Digimon Adventure show. He has a really neat effect. It says when Digivolving, trigger D-Digivolve on 1 on all your opponent's Digimon. Oh, let's see, all your opponent's Digimon, was it? Trigger Digivolve 1 on all your opponent's Digimon. Yeah, so basically, D-Digivolve all your opponent's Digimon by 1 level. So if they're Mega, they're now an Ultimate, or so forth and stuff. And then, not done yet. If it has and then trash and then delete all your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. So basically, this guy will de-digivolve your opponent's entire field, and if any of them are 500 5,000 attack or less, they're also just deleted. So you can clear or just reduce your opponent's board with this. Clear or like weaken the board by just playing this. It's great. Do I like this version or I actually like this version more. I mean, the original Omnimon was actually pretty cool, but this guy has some extra design features on it. It's hard to see on it, but he has like some belts. The helmet is different, and I do like the Magnum as opposed to just the big cannon. Is that my most expensive card? I'm not sure. I actually haven't looked up the prices for my cards yet. But I mean, I can check real quick and see what TCG has. Da 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 da. Checking prices. Omnima. I forgot how to spell. Let's see. I have the alternate art, so no. Ah. Where is the? That's a secret. Where? Oh, come on. Fine. Ah. I just had to look up alternate. Let's see what I get. This one is worth $38. The non and the regular one is worth 31, so it's not that much of a price difference. Da, da, da. No, oh yeah, I was splitting my deck over here. Forgot what I was doing. Hey. But let me see. I think I also have Omnimon X. Oh, OMNI. Omnimon X antibody. Come on. Do it. Oh wow, that one dropped to $13. Ah, that's sad. Yeah. I don't know exactly which one is my most expensive card. Honestly, one of the better things about this game, if you're playing it and want to build decks, some cards will be high in price, but they do drop in price later on. So that's not bad. I can check that back later. Now let's see, where was I? Because I think I still have the options. Hold on, I lost my windows. There you go. Okay. So these are the only 3 option cards I play. And it's Ultimate Flare. By the way, it's got Diaboromon. No, it's got Armageddonmon on it. You run this because this is basically the only removal, or closest to it, the black cards have an option for. We won't get an actual removal until the new set comes out, and it's Genkumon himself, and then his actual option card. Let me read this one. I'll tell you what those do. The Ultimate Flare triggers D-Digivolve 3. Yeah, you can play this for 8, and D-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon by 3 levels. And then, once that's done, delete all Digimon on the field, on your opponent's side of the field, that are 3 cost or less. So, there's a good chance if they are Mega, you'll Digivolve them to the rookie and then delete them. But then also delete any other rookies they happen to have on the field. Also, it activates from the security stack, which is good, because there's not too many security cards that are that. Yeah, so you can actually, like, stop a rookie rush that's attacking you, because jamming doesn't work on these. Or you can, like, if they have a Mega, D-Digivolve it immediately and then wipe out some if you're lucky. Alright, no problem. You have a good one. I hope you enjoy your food. And then the last card I play is Izzy. 3 Izzies. They give you they're the ones that reset your energy back up, your memory up to like 3 at the start of every turn. On play, it's just reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and if they're all black, gain 1 memory. Pretty good for like, and then put them back on the top of your deck in any order. So it's a good way to get 1 memory, but also just basically rearrange the top of your deck. So you can get them Commandramons going again. Whoa, okay. Alright, I just got some new sleeves. They're a little, I double sleeve them to make sure the cards last longer, but that means they're filled with air for the moment. So they're a little bit unwieldy. But play them long enough and that'll fix itself. Yeah. Alright, well, that was it. That's everything I had to open up. I got all this damn trash I gotta get rid of now. And that was a quick rundown on my deck. Basically, it's just play Commandramons, spam the field with Commandramons. It's a type of rookie rush. That's what it is. Alright. So that's it for me today. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm gonna be streaming more Resident Evil 4, because again, it's spooky month. So I'm gonna be trying to play some horror games during the spooky month. And I hope to see you guys again next time. But let's see if there's anybody to raid right now. What do we got? Hey! Hikaru's playing Resident Evil 3. How about we go pay him a visit? Start the raid. Alright. Well, I'll send you off to Hikaru. You guys behave yourselves. And I hope you guys have a good time. And again, I'll be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. More Resident Evil, God, 7. Completely forgot which version I'm playing. Just 7, the new one, the first person one. Yeah. And until next time, bye bye.